The HOK is the toughest environment, and at your own risk is the toughest environment. The HOK is the toughest environment. Yeah, stay strong, don't cry. It's the toughest environment. Yeah. No handouts here. You have to earn your respect. And when you do, you make they ass regret. They call it the toughest, and the title is earned from the bridges we crossed and the lessons we learned. In a cold-blooded kingdom, a concrete cage. Muslim, Christian, Israelites step on the stage. I dare you. I dare you. I dare you. I dare you. In a cold-blooded kingdom, sa.neter created. HOK, where you can't fake it. The HOK is where you fight back. No room for error, no window attack. It's a masterclass, how you handle the heat. Where the pedigree is written on the concrete streets. Toughest environment, yeah, we know the score. Locked in on debate and asking for more. The HOK is the toughest environment. And at your own risk is the toughest environment. HOK is the toughest environment. Stay strong, don't cry. It's the toughest environment. Yeah.
Yeah. Y'all already know what it is, man. We in the building with my brother Alim Bey. Got him back. We're going to try this thing again. We're going to do it right this time. And y'all already know we talking about the governmental, aliens, and the true ET bloodline. All right? Without any further ado, I bring to you my brother, Alim Bey. What's going on, brother Alim? Let me unmute you. What's going on?
Peace, sir. How you doing today, guy?
I'm good, brother. Talk to me, man. What's going on, man? What bring about this topic here?
Well, you know, this is the current thing that's going on in the news, and this is something in which that I wrote about 3 years ago in my book, Planetary Genesis, Stargate DNA, and Human Extraterrestrial Origin. So I said, okay, well, since they bringing this up, let's talk about this subject. You know, because they have a tendency of always forgetting about us, you know, and so I thought it was my duty in order to make sure that they can never forget about us and that we are in our right place when it comes to this type of information.
Right. Beautiful, man. So let me know when you're ready to get into it.
I'm ready right now.
Okay.
You want me to do a little info about myself, who I am?
Yes, do that. Let the people know who you are.
All right, I'm Dr. Alim Bey. I have a doctorate or a PhD in metaphysics, which is philosophy. Also have a master's in law degree from University of Oklahoma, OU, as well as also I have a BA in sociology, as well as also in history from Fairfield State University. So any information which that you might hear tonight is from my own research over the last 35, 40 years. And therefore, make sure you write down the books in which that I reference, because that is going to be very important for you can go back and do your own research and study.
All right. I want to say to you, brother, I didn't get the flyer. I checked my email. There was no flyer there.
Okay. So we want to make sure so I get that flyer before we finish tonight's discussion, because
you will be in New York, huh? You'll be in New York coming.
I'm in New York, June 27th.
Okay.
June 27th. As a matter of fact, it's going to be myself, along with Hank Risen's son, as well as also with brother Mark Gregory, who's the nephew of Dick Gregory. So it's going to be all three of us, and we're going to be doing a panel discussion, as well as also comedy. Mark got that down pat. And
Gregory's son, he's nice like that?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Definitely. No doubt about it. He's been writing for other people for years, in particular, Bill Bellamy and different other
Oh,
comedians.
wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's going to be June 27th. All right. Let's make sure that everybody got that address. That's June 27th. And it's going to be located in Brooklyn, New York. Make sure y'all know Brooklyn will be in the building as well as everyone else. You know, I know some of y'all don't like to go outside your borough, but we're gonna have to get you out, get y'all up out of there. All right, so come on out. We're gonna be the address is going to be 1368 Street, 1368 Street. Excuse me, 1368 St. John's Place. So that's 1368 St. John's Place, Brooklyn, New York, 11213. That's 1368 St. John's Place, Brooklyn, New York, 11213. All right. So we want to make sure that everybody get that address, as well as also, once again, the people in which that will be there will be myself, Hank Risen's son, Mark Gregory, who is the nephew of Dick Gregory, as well as also the niece of Dick Gregory, Kayla Alexander, as well as also my whiz, Queen Kadera. So, you know, we will be in the building. So make sure y'all come out and support that. That's June 27th. June 27th, y'all, in about 2 weeks.
All right. Beautiful. Let's get it in.
All right.
All right. You got your first presentation up?
Yep, that's it. This is it. All right. Yeah, I'm about to say, yeah, make it large.
Son.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the biggest I could make it. Pause. That's it. Yeah, it's not stretching out any bigger than that. So that's it. Hope you can see it. Can you see it?
Yeah, it's coming up now. It's still twirling.
All right. No, it's up. It's on the screen.
Nah, I don't see it, God.
Man, that's your computer, bro. It's right there on the screen. Yeah, people can see it.
All right. So if they can see it, then do me a favor. Go back to the size where you just came from. So that way I know I can see it.
It's little. That was little.
Yeah, but it's not coming up.
Do you know? Oh man. Are you on the channel, brother?
Yeah, I'm on the channel.
You're on the StreamYard, right?
Yeah. I'm on the link that you see me. I see it right now. Yes.
There you go.
I couldn't see it. But all right, so planetary genesis, Stargate DNA, and human extraterrestrial origin is then my book, my new book. Is here on the right-hand side. And what you're seeing here on the left-hand side was going to be the original cover, because this is actually where I seen my first UFO, which was at the age of 9 years old in Coney Island, Brooklyn, when I was living there. And the building that is the far building to the left-hand side actually was the apartment complex, or the building in which that I stayed in when I was 9 years old. So I wanted to show as realistic as I possibly could. The UFO in which I seen hovered over the top of my head about 100 yards, and the lights went in and out around us, as they call it, a craft or saucer, with the same colors as that of the rainbow. All right, so I wanted to show that, demonstrate that, and this is actually what this picture to the left symbolizes. Okay, you ready, sir? All right, so the U.S. government has recovered 4 alien species from UFOs, said ex-CIA researcher. All right. Now, this is what it said. It says the United States government has recovered 4 species of alien from UFOs that has crashed on Earth. A former CIA researcher has claimed. People who have been involved in rediscoveries, all right, has said that there are at least 4 types. Now, I am not Now I have not had direct asset to that, but I believe that the people who I talked to, 4 separate types of.
All right, brother, you got to get your thing together, man. You went out, Alim.
Get ready for your poll of the day. I'm not quite sure.
Alim, you went out. All right, this is crazy. I don't like doing work like this. I don't like doing work like this. Come on, brother. Interesting. Umar Johnson also said he saw a UFO at 9 years old. Alim versus SETI, one of my legendary debates of the last 20 years. All right, we're going to have to probably, damn, brother. The Most High is not letting them get it in. Okay. I'm just going to be done with it. I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm not working like this. Sorry for y'all. He ain't come back in yet. He went out. Told you before, brother, you got to get a better system, man. The people can hear you. The people can hear you. Hey, Nepal.
Yeah, hold on.
The people can hear you.
Maybe he can do it.
Did you hear what I said? Did you hear me? I said the people can hear you.
Oh yeah, okay.
All right, I just want to make sure.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Yes, I do. So maybe he can try, like his wife. Remember, his wife's device was working.
Yeah.
Because I really wanted to hear what he had to say.
Yeah, me too.
See if you. I'm gonna hang up with you. See if you can call him again.
All right.
All right. Thank
All
you.
right.
Bye.
Calling him again. Damn, his phone is not even ringing. Like, it's probably an outage or something that that happened. Okay. Go. All right, let me try this. We're going to get him back. Y'all be patient. Be patient. Be patient, y'all. Okay. All right. Sent, man. Sent, brother. There you go. All right, Alim, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, your picture ain't showing up now, but that's cool. We'll need that. We good.
Yeah, hold
Now we
on.
good. There
Here
you
we
go. Okay. Set it back off. Go back off from here.
Huh?
Go ahead, start over from here, this page.
Okay, got you. All right, I'm ready.
Yes, it's up. It's up
All
there.
right, so the United States government has recovered 4 alien species from UFOs, said ex-CIA researcher. All right, now the researcher, his name, if you haven't done your research yet, his name is Hal Puthoff. Al Puthoff. He's an ex-CIA officer or researcher, and he said that they found at least 4 species of aliens. So let's see who these 4 are that he spoke about. And this is from the first post news. You go to the next one, sir. All right, so these are the 4 here. As you see here to the left, the grays. Next is the Nordics, called the tall whites. And then you have the insectoids or mantis. And then you have what is known as the reptilians, Draco, or draconian beings. Okay, those are the 4. But once again, as I spoke about earlier, they have a tendency of leaving us out of the scenario. And we have the oldest extraterrestrial DNA in the cosmos, in the universe. In fact, this is told to us in the when you go and do your research in the Nation of Islam, through what is called the student enrollment lessons, if you go and do your research in the Nation of Gods and Earth, the 5%ers, known as what they also refer to as the 120 lessons. All right. So if you go and do your research, you'll find out, and they ask the question, who is the original man? The original man is the Asiatic black man, the maker, the owner, the cream of planet Earth, father of civilization, God of the universe. So they always want to forget the gods of the universe. So it is my duty, as it is each and every one of us, to put the gods back in his right position. All right, in their right position. So let's get to it. And so go to the next one, sir. All right, so if you go and do your research, this is a book called Star Ancestors, and this is Nancy Red Star. This is her here, and she stated that we materialize by way of various spirits coming from other planets into this atmosphere. And this is how we gathered our flesh, was from the elements as we came down as etheric beings into this atmosphere. And that upon death, we dematerialize the atomic structure of this particular earth as we channel back up into the cosmos, or back to the astral plane, which is known as the star plane. Continue on, sir. Continue on. You can continue on. All right, so on February the 15th, 2001, the National Human Genome Research Institute International Human Genome Sequencing Consortium announced the discovery of an enigma, that there was 223 non-human genes found within the human genome. Now, they're saying that these 223 genes found is what it actually is called our junk DNA. So our junk DNA is alien DNA, all right, and it's non-coded DNA. It's still there, but it's non-coding. In other words, it's not active. All right, to the next one. This man here, to the right, his name is Professor Sam Chang, and he states that scientists find extraterrestrial genes in human DNA. This is April the 28th, 2007. All right, this is what he says. Now, you can believe it, or as Elijah Muhammad used to tell us, leave it alone. All right. Take it or leave it alone. All right. So extraterrestrial genes you do have. So let's continue on. Continue on. All right. Continue on. You continue, sir. I'm going to run through. Continue on. I'm going to run through some of these already. So right here, DNA, for those that don't know, that is active DNA, is known as Yahé-Vahé, or the Tetragrammaton, or what if you notice when you take the Yah, the Ha, the Va, and the Ha and place it on top of each other, you would find that it's in the image and after the likeness of the physical body. So it's just like the 5%ers when they talk about Allah, leg, head. It's the acronym. Well, Yahé-Vahé also is in the image of the human body of leg, head. So we find that Yahé-Vahé actually is the DNA that makes up the human anatomy and composes our very being. All right. So we have non-coded DNA, which is extraterrestrial DNA, and we have coded DNA, which is composite, which composes the human anatomy. Keep that in mind. Continue on. Continue on. Keep going. Now, the body is held together by sound. The presence of disease indicates that some sound has gone out of tune. And I'm talking about sound because it's very important, because there's no coincidence that those who are Hebrews or Hebrew Israelites or so-called Jews, they chant the name, all right, or various names of the Creator, all right? As well as also those who are Sufis. They chant the 99 attributes of Allah. Once again, the various names of God, all right? And so these particular sounds hold the physical body together, all right? This is why Christians even chant the name of God, at least when they go up to the podium, or what is known as the pulpit, to the altar. They say Amen. Ah is the same sound as Om or Am, in which that helped to bring everything that was once invisible into visible form, or that which was considered invisible or non-existence, brought it into existence. All right. And so we get a physical manifestation, and that particular sound is what resonates through what is known as the Big Bang. All right, that's where the Big Bang theory comes from, and from that particular sound of Om. The Tibetan monks, the Buddhists, the yogi practitioners, everyone chant Om. That's the sound in which that holds our body together, all right, along with other vibrations. Continue on. This is important because it takes acoustics in order to activate that junk DNA, those alien genes in which that I'm talking about. This is the reason why I bring this up. All right, so here's the frequencies that can be utilized for the brain: 70 to 78, thyroid 62 to 68, lungs 58 to 65, thymus gland 65 to 68, heart 67 through 70, spleen 60 to 80, liver 55 to 60, stomach 58 to 65, and colon 70 to 78 MHZs. All right, millihertz. And so these hertz have the ability in order to activate and open and awaken these particular glands. Continue on. All right, and these are also the 7 sounds in which that helps to activate what is known as your endocrine gland system, your pineal gland, pituitary gland, your thymus gland, your thyroid, parathyroid glands, your spleen, your pancreas, your adrenal glands, the uterus, then as well as the ovaries for the men, the testes, and the prostate gland. And these particular sounds is I, E, Y, A, O, U. All right, those particular sounds help to activate these particular glands, or what is known as your endocrine gland system, your chakra system. People don't believe in chakras, but yet they have endocrine glands. So if you don't even believe in the word chakra, because you don't have some spooky, mystical experience talking about that, understand is that you're still talking in reference to your endocrine gland system. And these particular sounds activate that. So continue on. All right, so the primary function of DNA is electrical, right? Is electromagnetic reception and transmission. So how are you going to get these transmissions? In other words, to receive universal information, and how are you going to receive and how are you going to transmit universal energy? So you can receive it, but you also can transmit it. That is a person who practice pranic healing or qigong or tai chi or reiki. All right, these are receptive and transmitting energies, electromagnetic energies, in which that you allow to flow through your human anatomy. So it says less than 10% of DNA function involve protein manufacture. So this 10% in which that is active coding is known as Yahweh or Yahweh. Then you have the alien junk DNA, as they refer to it as. I hate the word junk, but the alien DNA is more than 90% functions, but it's in the realm of bioacoustics. What is bioacoustics? Means living sound. Those are the living sounds in which I just gave you a few minutes ago. And then bioelectric signaling. All right, this is spoken or told to us by Dr. Lynn Horowitz. Continue on. All right, then we have, is human DNA reprogrammable with light, sound, frequency, and vibration? And of course, the answer is yes. Go to Awaken Times and read this article if you want more information. Continue on, sir. You can go to this book, The Human Body of Light, written by Dr. Mitchell Gibson. And he tells you in there that the Tibetan monks, in order to transform their body into light, their physical bodies now, they chanted, Om Aham Vajra Guru Pima Siddhi Hang. Om Aham Vajra Guru Pima Siddhi Hang. And they would chant that hundreds and thousands of times a day. And that particular sound will vibrate the physical body in order to become one with the ethereal body, and as well as the astral body, the mental body, the causal body, the spiritual body, and the soul body. All right. And you would have the ability, the capabilities of dematerializing, rematerializing at will. All right, continue on. All right. For those that want the ancient Egyptian equivalents, the word Babak Benu, Babak Benu, Babak Benu, Babak Benu means the soul is transformed into a fiery bird. All right. In other words, like the phoenix, in which that raises from up out of the ashes. And this mantra is sung, or Hesi or Hekau is sung at the pace of the human heart. You also have sa.neter, atif neter, or nefer. All right. So that's sa.neter, atif nefer, which means God's sun rays in nature are gracious to me. So this is a way in order to draw the sunlight down into your physical body in order to overpower your lower nature, your lower self, your lower mind, and activate your higher mind, your higher self, your higher nature. Okay, continue on. All right, and eventually you want this body here, which is to the right, which is a light body. Continue on. Continue on. All right. And now this light body is important because you become a light vehicle. At least you have the capability of doing so. And this is what's known as your Merkaba. This is the ancient Egyptian terminology, which means Merkaba or Merkaba, in which that means flaming or fiery chariot or fire chariot or flaming chariot. This is the biblical equivalent to that term, Merkaba or Merkaba, and known as the light vehicle. All right, continue on. You can continue on, sir.
I thought the car and the bar represent the spirit and the soul.
Right, but the word mer, which is before that, is what is known as the counterfill of light. So it is the counterfill of light of your spiritual soul. So it's the combination of your spirit and your soul together with what is known. In other words, what survived the physical body is called your soul, your ba, your spirit, your ka, as well as also, in this case, your mer, which is a combination of your aku, as well as also your physical body. All right, because you're transforming all of these bodies into one aspect of light.
Okay.
You're not, in other words, you don't have to die. You can actually take your physical body with you and be able to change the atomic structure at will, as compared to someone who dies. And the difference between a living person and a dead person is one is breathing and one is not. So they did not master the science of breath, which is talking about the spirit, because the word spirit is equivalent to what the word is ka within ancient Kemetic teachings. Ka means spirit. So the spirit is the breath, which would be equivalent to shu, as in yashu, as when you sneeze, you say yashu. Okay, so that is the spirit, that is the breath. All right. And the fact is that we did not master. So that's why 99.999% of people die, is because we never mastered the physical. We never we mastered the aspect of the breath. All right, which is the breath of life. All right. Remember, in the beginning, Genesis, God breathed into the nostrils of man his soul, his breath, and made man a living soul. So what was blown into the nostrils of man? It was the Spirit of God. So that is the spirit that we have to master to become a true God-like being. You know, we just get everybody prepared by doing it, by calling them gods and goddesses now. But the highest aspect is to go to the next level. All right, now this book here, this is a powerful book in which that if you go and do your research, this is called the Bone Oracle. And this is was edited by Baba Credo Mutua, in which
All right, brother, you went out again. You went out again. You're doing good. We went out again, brother. Get back. All right. We gotta wait till our brother get back real quick. What do y'all think, man? Listen, man, if y'all not with the science or y'all not with this, you ain't gotta be disrespectful. Ain't nobody stop begging you to stay here and watch it, you know? But I've known Dr. Alim Bey for years, and when the brother called me and he tell me he wanted to throw something up and show something, I can't tell the brother no. He's been one of my first brothers coming into this game. Always there for me when I asked him to come to a show. He was always there for me. Peace, brother. We back. We still here. Let's take off from where we left off. You there, brother? Brother Alim.
okay, there you go.
Yeah.
All right. So right here, Crematoire says that the Zulu claim Earth as their seventh world. In their sixth world, the planet Mars, the forerunner of the Zulu in all Southern African tribes, were severely threatened by a powerful foe from another world, and saw that the chances of saving themselves was slim indeed. Now, doesn't that sound like the Superman story? They proceeded to prepare their weapons and then went one step further in an attempt to save the race. The fairest, all right, which means the most beautiful, not paleness, of all their women were impregnated by their menfolk and then placed into a circular flying vehicle, each with 3 wheels. These space vehicles are known throughout Central and Southern Africa as Merkabas or Merkabas. The Merkabas was sent off on course to Earth, and thus were the women transported to safety on this planet to give birth as their offsprings and continue the race. Now, this is what Credo Mutua said happened on how we got here. And that became from Mars was the last planet. Now, we know that Mars had destruction from another planet in which that wiped off civilization that was on the surface, and that came from the destruction of a planet called Moldic and its moon Malona, which was situated between Mars and Jupiter, which is now the asteroid belt. Okay, but that's another story. We get to that in a minute. Continue on, sir. All right. So furthermore, their story has been scientifically verified. Scientists discovered human circadian rhythm is set to the planet Mars. In the book Life and Death on Mars, go back one slide, sir. This is Life and Death on Mars. This is the book here, which is next to the right bottom, next to the Zulu Bone Oracle. Get that book. Continue on, sir. All right. This is by John Bradenberg, PhD. All right. He says mass extinction and nuclear catastrophe on Mars. All right. It happened by way of Modic.
Brother Alim, let's go, man. Come on, brother. Might have to do like Nepal said, man. I want to hold my phone up, though. Where he calling on the phone and do it. I want to hold my phone up. All right, just be patient, y'all. He'll be right back. Suntan. What's up, Suntan? You all right? What's up, Suntan?
What dog?
What do you think so far?
Nah, bro, that ain't it.
He don't even hear me, man. Talking about something else. Thank you, Nepal. Yeah, we'll do it. He's back now.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you, brother. Why you keep going in and out? What's the matter? Yo? Can't hear me.
Sir?
Yes, you hear me. Brother Alim.
Yeah, okay. You can hear me now. All right.
Why you
So
keep going in and out, though? Why you keep going in and out?
I don't know. There's nothing on my end telling me that
Are you
I'm
on the
going
phone or something? Or what are you on? You
No,
on
I'm
the
not on the phone. I'm on my laptop.
Ah, man, this keep knocking you off for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know why.
All right, go ahead. We hear you.
All right, so we got Ancient Aliens down here. You go to Ancient Aliens, and I guess you can say that it says right here, The Martian's Origin of Man. That's the name of the episode, was The Martian Origin of Man.
Brother, you there? You there?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I'm here. For whatever reason, so yeah, I don't know what's going on, because there's no reason for just to be acting like this. I did a whole show presenting this similar information with Hank Rising son just the other day.
Hmm. You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Go ahead. You ready? You want to keep going?
Yeah, but it's saying having trouble connecting. This is often caused an unstable internet.
Yes, you got an unstable internet. That's why.
Yeah.
You in here and your slide is still up. You can't see your slide?
Okay. Yeah, go to the next one, so. All right, so Dr. York taught something very important in his Science of Healing book, in which that he showed us how to transform our auric field bioplasmic body into a light vehicle, into a ship.
Yes, you there? Yeah, I forgot. Dr. York also used to be a Moor too. He used to be a lot of these things. Brother Alim went out again. Brother Alim has went out again. Oh. Brother Alim has went out again. We might have to reschedule this again, brother. Brother Alim. Alim. Yo. Alim, you there? Alim, you there?
Okay.
Yo, you want to
All
reschedule?
right, so
You wanna keep doing this, man.
we would visualize ourselves being dropped into space
Yo,
with the
Alim.
same type of rippling effect
Alim.
happening
You can't even
with
hear
our
me.
auric field, and in that way, our auric field will expand to a ship-like or craft-like description. As you will see here, it would look like to the middle of the left, and then something else in which that was said by Yogi Shravananda. He said ascension is achievable when we unify the heart center and all the chakras into one and balance the threefold flame within your heart. The threefold flame is the same as we just finished reading about the when Krita Mutar spoke about the three foldment. If you go to the next, go back one, Sa, you can see the threefold. Go back one more. All right here, he says that a circular flying vehicle, each with 3 wheels. So that's what Krita Mutar was talking about. He said that it was placed inside of a circular flying vehicle, each with 3 wheels. That is talking about the same thing. Come on back down to the 2.
Yo, Alim, you still there? Alim. Brother Alim. Yo, man, I'm not doing this all the way through a show, brother. We're gonna have to got to do something else. We got to reschedule, bro. I'm sorry. I can't do this. Nope. I'll wait till you get back up here and talk. So I'm not doing that. No, I can't do that. And shit, the people, hey, you know what I'm saying, Suntan? Suntan.
I'm right here.
Yeah, I can't be doing this all through the show. He got a lot of slides too.
I was trying to talk to you.
And you know the people don't give no goddamn donations. What the hell I look like?
Yeah, right.
They don't give up. They don't give up shit. Sorry,
all the time I put up this app, they ain't put giving up
sorry
nothing.
for cursing. I got a fault, man.
Did you hear me, sir? I said all this time I'm putting up your app and they ain't giving up nothing.
Yeah, they don't give up. They don't give a dime. They don't care, bro. They don't give no dimes. They don't get no money over here.
I do it on every show. I say show, or I do it on.
Yeah, I know. They just don't support. The people don't support over here.
And I be doing on the par show.
Then you got people. Let them cook, Saul. Let them cook. Yeah, let me cook. Send me something so I could cook. God damn it, I need to cook a steak or something.
Hey, send me some grease, some damn grease.
Hell,
I can cook. Yeah,
and
man.
then you got my man Meta Williams said, "Yo, use his phone, sir. I could, but y'all don't give a goddamn thing. Y'all don't give donations, so I'm not going through all that for that. See, y'all want too much, but y'all don't want to give. I don't want to give, man.
I don't make no sense, bro.
I would have did it. I was damn sure I would have did it, but I'm not going all the way out like that for that, man.
I
I
get
don't
it.
give nobody no donations. Don't send no love, no nothing. I could stream it on somebody's channel and just show you how they get it in over there, and they don't be talking about nothing.
Right.
Calling women hoes and bees and all that. Hoes, bees, and all that, and they getting mad love over there.
Hey,
Here we
Senator.
are.
Hey,
Here we are
Santan.
trying to give y'all some knowledge, and we don't get nothing. It's hard for us to get a dime over here. That's why Reggie go off.
Right.
You know?
Hey, Santan, Senator, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
You're kind of breaking up.
You can hear me,
Paul.
Santan? Okay, Senator,
Yes.
go ahead and show the flyer.
Which
Oh,
one? Oh, I've been posting up the link in the chat.
I know. Thank you, Santan.
Yeah.
And look at they're not even listening to you. They're like, play some music, Sa. And somebody's like, donate to the chat, Sa. They think it's funny.
Right.
They said donate to the chat, sir.
Yeah. Have you donated to the chat,
I
Sa?
block them. Who said that? I gotta block them.
You got to scroll back. I don't know.
Huh?
Let
Scroll
me
back.
see.
I saw it when I wasn't in here.
Because
that was-
It's Team Go.
Oh,
I don't know, I
here
think
you go. Yeah, team goes.
All right,
They're
he's
trying to be
done.
funny.
Yeah, he's done. He gotta go.
I have you
Well,
donated to the chat.
I ain't playing with these people like that.
They
64.
listen, guys. This is 2026. People are not doing just this work hours and hours and hours back to back just for shits and giggles. And that's not a curse word.
They think it's fun time. You know, they want to sit in the audience and talk about people, talk about the speakers and all of that sort of stuff.
And then, Paul, you want to talk about your you got any more experience on dealing with the you know?
Oh yeah, I was ready. I'm ready to hear it.
my man Dazali, come on in, Dazali, because I know you know about this too. I seen you in the chat earlier. Talking about something.
There are close encounters of the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh kind. That's what people should know if you're even a little bit interested in this. First kind would be, you know, you just see something in the sky that is unidentified or an anomaly. Second kind would be when you actually see one of those beings. And the third kind would be they actually make contact, physical contact with you. So far, I've had all of 1, 2, and 3, 4,
Really?
5. Yeah, definitely. A lot. Even my mom, sa.neter, I've spoken to my family members. We've had that. We're in the Southwest too. That not that they're everywhere around the world, but they're very concentrated. And it's like not uncommon for you to see anomalies and unidentified objects here. You've heard of people, you know, now there's all of a sudden an explanation for Phoenix Lights after 25 years, 30 years.
All right. You told me to put up the flyer. The flyer's up, Nepal. We got
Yes, sir.
Brother Live is in the chat. He said, I'm looking forward to watching this debate. Okay. Brother Live, will you be in the building live or you going to be on the stream? You going to be in the building where you can see it?
I hope so. That's his brother, Reggie.
If y'all in New York, the shit, it don't hurt. You can't help but go. I'm in Detroit. So I'll
You gonna drive there, Suntan?
You say what now?
Are you gonna take a road trip and get there?
Oh, no, I'm gonna be on video.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, in Nepal and Sa, I never told y'all, but last year, September the 2nd, I had double surgery. So I haven't been working, you know, so that's why I've been slowed down on my donations. I'm on SSA now.
You ain't gotta tell nobody your business. We good.
Yeah, come on, Suntan. You're always working in the chat. You actually work as a mod. You're usually, well, there'll be you and maybe one other mod in the chat, and you really do a lot. So you don't have to even say that. But I hope you're okay. I hope you're recovering well.
I was just saying I'm skilled though, so I can, still do things. I was just letting you know I'm not working. No more. I'm 66. I'm off. But I'm a skilled tradesman, man. I put in air conditioners, furnaces, and I fix major plumbing. So
you
I
do
always will
HVAC.
have a job. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just about if I feel like doing this, I get tedious. Like my boy want me to put a hot water tank in them. I'm like, man, I'm 66. If I'm gonna put it in, I'm gonna put it in at 8 in the morning. I start working.
Yeah, but why don't you get some little workers, some young brothers?
Yeah, I do.
Right there to guide them and show them.
Yep, that's what to do. My son is one of them. He's 22.
I used to do plumbing work as a young man, just like I'm telling you to get somebody.
Yep.
Somebody grabbed me up when I was young, and I was working under him. He was way older than as a trade. Right. He had his own job. He had his own plumbing job. So and I used to ride with him in Brooklyn, wherever we needed to go.
Right.
Yeah. Yep.
That was smart because you still know it today.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Being a plumber is a great trade.
Right. I eat off of that, and I'm heating and cooling because Detroit, Michigan cold, man. So I be loving November time coming around when they finally turn on the heat. I get $65 just to come up and tell you what's wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
good for you.
Come out. So everything is fine. It's just I had my gallbladder removed and I had a hernia fixed in my stomach.
Oh wow, that's good that it wasn't like something super serious. I thought it was. I'm glad that it wasn't. Well, it's surgery serious, but I'm glad it wasn't anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Vital
I appreciate that.
We got Dizali in the building. Dizali, what it is, man? What's up? Tell me about your experience with the aliens, brother.
Oh, I've never had a personal experience. I've never had it. Thank God, I've never personally had an experience. I don't know how I would behave, but yeah, quite possibly, I may want to do a presentation on that subject, and I would try to do it in a manner that is digestible to the people. With things that have evidence. Do
you believe that there's other creatures living here besides humans?
Definitely. And that's where we have to go with, it's kind of old to refer to them as aliens, actually. If people have been following it, they've come up with a new term, I think, last year. It's called non-human intelligence. Aliens is a word that has too much of a stigma attached to it. And actually, with the studies that are going on now, what they're finding is they may not even be from an entirely different planet. As we previously thought they were from Mars or from Jupiter or from the Palladian constellation. They're going down a different path with it now. And I think that the path they're going down with it makes a lot more sense. Now, there may be aliens from another star system, maybe, perhaps, but what they are concluding that we're dealing with now is something else. It's totally something else, But I may have to do a presentation for the people just to keep our people up to date. And I don't want to go that path how some people do. I think some people go they put too much sauce on it when they go with hey, we have reptile people living in the center of the earth. You should not really put a name to it. If we don't have the evidence, it actually hurts the cause when you try to put a name to it. Non-human intelligence is perfect to me.
So
non-human intelligence can be an octopus, right? That's what Flying High said.
That's not what they mean by that.
Hey, Dizali, I got a question for you. Do you believe in Area 54?
I don't know about Area 54, brother.
How about you, Nepal?
Talking about Area 51?
Yeah, you believe in that?
At one time, there may have been something going on.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, I was talking about. It was rhetorical to both of you guys. I know Sa don't believe because I don't believe.
Do I believe 51. In it, or is it there? It's actually there. Peace, Dizali. It's actually a site. Yeah, I don't
Is
know about
it?
all the stuff that they said went on there, but it's definitely a restricted site of some type of encounter.
Oh,
So I don't know.
okay.
Yeah,
I just was asking because
yeah. If they did have something there, I'm sure that they have moved it by now. You know, because it's like world famous now. So, and they have many other Air Force bases that they could utilize if they have,
okay. I
possession
was saying
of
it wrong.
exotic starship.
I was
Yeah,
saying it wrong. Then you said it's Area 51, right?
yes, sir.
Okay, I thought it was 54. Well, I want to tell y'all this. I have never seen no alien. Yes,
Suntan.
yes.
You're confusing it with your days back at Studio 54. That's the thing.
Hey, listen, y'all. I haven't seen no aliens. I thought I seen a ship this was back in 1989. I was going to work and I was looking up and it looked like it was following the bus, but I just think that was an airplane. I don't know. But as far as anything here on Earth, nah. And I don't want to really see it. And and I want to ask this to Nepal because she's really rich in her belief in the Lord. And I believe in the up high, but I'm the most high. I believe it's a higher power, but I don't believe in the metaphorical things. So Nepal, do you believe in that sort of stuff too? Like, like when Moses split the sea and the flood and all of that, you believe that happened here on Earth? And if it did happen here on Earth, why don't you think nothing happening now?
I mean, those are two different things. The flood has been accounted. There's an account of the flood. Yeah. Well, the flood happened because different cultures talk about it. I don't know about it being like global.
How about Noah? Was it Noah?
Yeah, that's the Noah with the flood story, but then it's all over different religious, ancient religious texts speak about a deluge. But about the Red Sea parting, I mean, listen, when you read something and somebody wrote it, they tend to, make it more legendary and inflate the occurrence.
Yeah.
So that doesn't mean I don't, believe that something at the base occurred. But yeah, I don't, you can't part the sea and get through it. I mean, I don't even like doing what I'm about to do because I hate nitpicking at little things. So my answer is, I wouldn't use the parting of the sea. There are things that I know are possible. Like I've encountered one of these things many times. When Dizali said that there's research saying that they are already in the earth, I know that is true. They're here. People, you know how we look at cryptozoology and they say, well, we saw a sighting of Bigfoot. And no, there's a Sasquatch and the Yineldushi with all these different cultures naming them. There are beings that are here that have abilities that we're supposed to be able to do the things they can do, but they can do it better than we can. Now I'm going to jump into the pseudo outfit right now and say, for instance, like we have created invisible cloaking in the government and DARPA. Really? However, these things already could do cloaking. They can do that already. But now DARPA, the government, the defense, they have ability to actually make themselves, soldiers can make themselves invisible. They have cloaking mechanisms, invisible cloaking mechanisms now. But these things already did this for millennia, these particular beings. So I know that sounded a little pseudo, but I'll hand the mic back over, especially Dizali. Maybe you have something on that.
I haven't. Question for a reason, Nepal. Then I'll let Dizali take back over. I asked you that question because one time in the discussion a few months ago, they was talking about when the basket was put in the water, when Moses was put in the water and he had to drift down the Nile. Remember that? And then what threw me off with you, I just didn't never,
yes, perfect.
You about it because you said, well, how did you believe that a basket just flowed down the Nile? It could have been
with the baby in it.
You remember that?
Wait, oh yeah. So I'm glad I'm still talking like I did. I was trying to be a little nicer right now, but when he challenged me, he was actually saying a baby was put in a basket and floated down the Nile that's riddled with crocodiles and hippopotami and other dangers. And it floated all the way down from, let's say, Lower Egypt, which is up by the Mediterranean, right? All the way down to the Upper Egypt. No,
But
you
I'm
get it?
saying,
So I don't believe
this,
that.
Nepal. I gotta let you gotta let me.
And then so I'll just say this blatantly, and wait, I'll just say, Kendra,
What
no,
I'm
I
gonna
don't
say.
believe. I don't
What
believe
I'm
that
gonna
Noah.
say.
But wait, Suntan,
Yeah.
since we took it to this climate, like the way I don't believe that Moses split the sea and a bunch of people walked through. No, I don't believe it. But there's something in there that is at its foundation, at the root, that is true. Just like there was something in there about the baby and the basket that is true.
Okay.
You know, so
I'll leave it alone.
Like what?
No, go ahead.
Yeah.
Huh?
Like what?
What you said?
Like what?
What do you mean? Like what?
Like true. What's true?
Okay, like for instance, there is another story in Kemet. First off, when you look at the basket itself, it's called an ark. In Hebrew, it's called an ark. When you look at the actual name of the basket, it also means ark. And then it also relates to, I want to say, somebody can correct me, but there's a Kemetic god. I got to do my research and brush up, but I think I'm going to say it's Tahuti. I made a connection with that, with the region that he ended up in. I'm talking about Moses, the baby. And so there it is. You know what I'm saying? Like there's something in there that you can uncover. That's why I said you have to look at the esoteric. You have to go and study everything, not just in the scripture, but you have to study the language. You have to study the etymology of the language. You have to go study, it connects you. It's like a treasure hunt. Like yesterday I did a stream. Well, this morning I found the worship of Asherah in Genesis, where Leah praises Asherah when Zilpah has Asher. There is an amulet that was found, and it's an invocation and also a praise of the goddess Asherah, who assists women with fertility. I put the dots together. I'm not the first person that said Asher is Asherah. People can see that plainly. It's the same letters, same Hebrew letters, Aleph, Shin, and I think it's Resh. But I noticed that in the Bible, this is what I'm saying. It's a phrase, because she says Asherah like 3 times in the scripture. So then I did the research more, and I found that there's an amulet with inscriptions of women praising and calling on Asherah for childbirth and during childbearing. So you see what I'm saying? There's always something at the root. She didn't just say, oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy that my son's born. And that's why Asher means happy. Asher doesn't just mean happy. It goes back to the praise of the goddess Asherah. That's what I mean.
How about this? When you said that the basket, had to flow through crocodiles and all that, but if it's under God's protection, then that statement couldn't have been made, because if the basket is flowing down the Nile and it's crocodiles in there, of course, but God have control of everything. He guided it through and protected the baby from the crocodile. That's what I was thinking. I just didn't interject because I didn't want to. You know what I mean? I just was wondering, how you said that, just like I also wonder when you said the serpent was in the garden. So there's a lot of things that, you say that makes me go and, and do some searching and stuff like that.
Okay, well, let me respond to you. Okay. Yes, if God could protect him, you just said, well, God can do anything. He could protect him. Why do you have to go in the basket anyway if God could protect him, Suntan? Why couldn't he just be a kid and grow? No, Suntan, you just made a statement.
Okay.
If God can protect him, according to the story, he wouldn't have had to go in the basket anyway, Suntan. He'd be able to just chill out and be home and not get killed by the Egyptian Kemetic soldiers that was.
Hey, you see, this months later, but you see, I never asked you that till now.
That's okay. Now you got your answer.
Right.
Good things come to those who wait, Suntan. Good things come to those who wait.
Yeah.
I was getting ready to say, good response, Suntan. And then Nepal came back with the blow. Pow. And I was getting ready to respond. And then Nepal came back and hit you in the head. Bust up in
listen, when I was thinking of that, I was only, and that's my right hand, I was thinking of you because you would have said some stuff just like what I was thinking. You would have said, like, if the thing was flowing in there, wouldn't God protect it all the way down? That's something that what you would say. So
yeah, and Nepal would have bust my pinata like she did too.
No, it wasn't about busting a pinata. It was about me learning something for her thinking.
All right, we got Brother Lai in the building. Brother Lai, what's up, man?
Peace, Peace, Brother Lai.
Peace and blessings to you all, as well as the folks in the chat. I was just basically calling aside because I was actually looking online. I wanted to know if there was a parking lot or parking garage near the venue.
Nope.
Damn.
That's why you want to get there early. But it's parking spots around. We're in the hood. So you'll be able to, we right in a police block. So it's parking spots around. You come a little early, get you a nice spot. You know, and you good. And it's going to be on the Saturday, so people going to be out.
Definitely. I had asked a question in the back. I was asking Sister Nepal if she has ever took a visit over towards Stardust Ranch or
no.
Where's that at? Where's that?
Or Area 66. Both of these locations, I'll put the locations in the chat. All these locations are located right there in Arizona.
No, I haven't. I have not.
Area 66. That's a new one.
Yes, it's one. No, it's Area 66.
Tell us more about it. What's it about, Brother Law?
I don't know. That's why I was asking, because I was just doing some research on it, and I've seen it.
Something real quick then. Okay, go ahead.
Brother Law trying to get people abducted.
No.
That's what Brother Law trying to do.
It's an unusual 40-foot diameter dome structure known as Area 66. Is a UFO museum dedicated to the alleged crash of a flying saucer outside Kingsman.
Hey, but Suntan, it's more like a golf ball. I got it right here.
Yeah, I see it. It looked like a big golf ball.
Right.
I see it. But it's doing something.
Dome that was converted into a small UFO museum about the alleged 1953 Kingman, Arizona flying saucer crash.
I never heard of that.
Connected.
I know about that crash though. 100%. Yeah, I know about that. I've never been there.
I'm telling you, don't go there. Don't go there.
I'm gonna take you there. No,
and the reason I'm telling you don't go there, because what if the same alien that came in and seen you, he gonna be there. He might be there.
Nah, listen. Let me tell the people a story. Let me tell you about sa.neter. We were like 20 minutes from Sedona. We had driven from Sedona to Phoenix. This man, I don't know if he got spooked or what. I was telling him about all the aliens, and he said, I don't want to go. We had to turn back and go all the way back home.
What happened?
This is a true story.
I don't
he didn't
know.
want to go.
I didn't want to go. I didn't want to go.
Because we don't play about that stuff, man. We don't play about that stuff.
And the guys, it's unusual that black people see aliens more than anybody. It's been documented.
I believe I won't dispute that.
Well, the very first
bring it out.
The very first ever say they saw was abducted was a black couple.
Oh right, I heard about them. Yep. I heard about that family. I didn't know about more black people though.
What you were saying, La?
I mean, for a lot of people that believe in aliens, me myself, I think they're more jinn than aliens.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Yo,
I knew you were gonna
you got the number one. You got to believe in aliens. Nepal got to believe in aliens. All religious folks got to believe in aliens. Why? Because your God is an alien.
Right.
Your God is an alien. He's an unidentified flying object.
Just like brother.
And that's not being funny. Allah is an alien. Allah.
You know what? There really is.
Hold up for a minute. Brother Allah said, Astaghfirullah. How is that Astaghfirullah, brother? Allah is out there in space somewhere. What are you talking about?
He don't breathe our air.
Right, brother Lasso is definitely an alien, right or wrong? Think about it.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it, and what I'm going to say to that is we can agree to disagree.
What do you say to that, brother Ashay? I know Ashay gonna agree with me on that.
I think it's
Brother Law, you're so polite all the time.
Any being that is non-terrestrial.
Thank you, man.
You get on extraterrestrial. That whole idea of sitting around God is he would be an extraterrestrial being along with Elohim.
Right.
Heavenly Elohim, if you would.
That's what Brother Polite used to say. 3 words: extraterrestrial.
Oh wow. Damn. Rakufu, you've been watching for a minute.
You already
right.
but you know what, Rakufu, that's not correct though. He was wrong.
I know he was. The word. Yeah.
Go ahead. No, break it down.
Well, terra is earth. He used to say terra, and then he used to say astral, and an extra amount of astral being on earth would be an extraterrestrial. But I think it was something wrong with that. I don't know. Help me, Nepal. I don't know how you said it.
Well, yeah, it's terrestrial. It's talking about the earth, meaning, they're not from this earth. But it's cool. I know he was being cool with his words, like playing on word as a wordsmith. Right. I got it.
Because
okay.
We have serious people discussing this topic now. This used to be a topic that was in the realm of tinfoil hats and nerdy white boys in their basement. But I was just looking at something earlier this day where there's a congressman, Bruce, and he's saying that pretty soon he's going to be releasing something that if we the people see it and know it, we won't be able to sleep at night. And Brother Law, you are real close when people say that the aliens are jinn. That's actually what the studies, let's say air quote scientific studies, are coming close to saying. It's really that the words should be somewhat synonymous. Aliens, jinn, angels, demons, all of those, they're not separate, they're the same thing. That's what the studies are coming close to.
You're absolutely right. And Denali, this is right. I just want to say this is what I personally know from myself. That's absolutely true. So that's great. That's great. Let's talk. Do your presentation, Denali.
Yo, hold on. Dazali, you said that if someone was to see it, you said they won't be able to what? Sleep at night or what? What you mean?
Yeah, Grush is saying that he's going to be releasing something real soon. He's getting the approval from Trump, who I guess has to get the approval from someone. But they're going to be releasing stuff to us that it's going to make it almost impossible for us to sleep at night. And the other Congress members who apparently he did share it with said that their jaws were all on the floor when he shared it with them, and they were like, we were just speechless. You could hear a mouse piss on cotton.
That's some European mumbo jumbo, man.
Well, I don't think I don't think that will impress me.
Me, that's some European mumbo jumbo.
I already know how people are so gullible. They believe and follow anything.
That's some European mumbo jumbo, man.
How was it European mumbo jumbo when Rock Hufu just said that more black people see this stuff?
That's in my opinion, Nepal.
Let me ask you this. I looked up angels in Christianity. They said angels have wings. I looked it up in Hebrew. They said angels don't have wings. And I want to ask Brother La, in Islam, Does angels have wings?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Oh yes, I was a Muslim.
You are the only one saying no. Okay.
Who was saying no?
The seraphim. I thought the cherubim and the seraphim do have wings.
I just looked it up. In the Jew, it says traditional Orthodox Judaism, no. Traditional Christianity, yes. I don't know about Islam. I'm asking Brother Locke.
Traditional and Orthodox, that don't even go together.
Well, that's what it said. I'm gonna look it up again. I'll show you.
The question that I wanted to ask was this: from a scientific,
Brother Locke?
from a scientific standpoint.
No, Islamic standpoint.
Do aliens or do angels have wings?
Yes, sir.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure of that.
Good answer, Brother Love.
If you don't know,
what I've good question. What I've come across and what
hold on. Let Brother Love finish, y'all. Brother Love was talking.
What I was going to ask is this, and you stating that Trump was going to show something. Is this before or after the God particle was found? Because you know, CERN said they broke into the God particle, into black matter. After CERN, they did some experiments with CERN, and they found some things.
Quiet on that.
I think he was asking you, Dizali. That's what you were saying.
Yeah, I'm trying to put together, because the God particle thing, that was like 2 years ago, 3 years ago?
Yes. And they found
3 years ago. That's more than 3 years ago.
Yeah, this is something that's supposed to happen this month. He's supposed to be releasing that information this month. You know, I'm not really holding my darn breath for it, because apparently there's also members of Congress who don't want it out. You know.
All right, watch this. Let me get here. Can you explain to us about the unidentified flying object that the news media saw this week or last week? Let's see what they say, because I was telling people this was on the news. Oh,
I can't hear anything.
I know, I see.
Kind of hungry there, Rakufu.
Eat salad, man. Trying to get that belly back down.
You don't want to say nothing, Si. What's up?
I got to restart my phone.
Oh.
Hey, while he looked that up, it said in Islam, definitely yes, angels have wings.
Told you. I'm surprised Brother Lai ain't know that. Or he probably knew it, or he just didn't want to answer it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Brother Lai had to know it. I know he knew it, though.
Brother Lai is devout. He knows.
Brother Lai playing chess.
I mean, don't the jinn and all of them, some of them have wings. I know, like I said, I know in the Old Testament, the seraphim, cherubim, they wing it. But I know that the word for angel is malek, which translates back to messenger. So that's probably why he's getting a little bit confused on the Hebrew side of things when you're looking it up.
Well, until I get unliteral, I think I'm gonna stay literal and study what I study. I'm not gonna go out believing all this man-made stuff, man. I'm just not gonna do it.
Hey, yo, for those of y'all who want a good laugh, you know, you need a good laugh sometime.
Sure
get off the consciousness for a minute, right? I'm gonna put you on to something. Go to Cameron and Mace.
Oh yeah.
When they because they put a collage together. There's about 3 or 4 of them out there. Go to Cameron and Mace collage when they breaking down something. And what they both doing is they putting each other on the spot, right? And when they was young, they were saying rap lyrics that was crazy. Have anybody ever heard of that? Have anybody ever saw that? Mace was saying crazy stuff. Cam was saying crazy stuff. They was like, yo, Mace was like, yo, Cam, what do you mean when you say you're going to do this and do that? It was like a lot of homosexuality stuff going on.
Yeah, all they pause moments.
Yeah, it was a lot of that. And that's when they was young. They was saying a lot of homo stuff, and nobody caught on just because it rapped and it was making, good rhythm. So they was saying a lot of
the dynamic has changed so much.
commissioning it.
Cameron never
The
been.
lingo was different back then. The lingo was different back then. People weren't so pause conscious with the lingo and stuff like that back then. But could I comment on the aliens thing?
Go ahead, bro.
Yeah. I feel like the new move is to try to incorporate the religious-minded people with the aliens thing, with the new syncretism. That's why they go so hard with the Anunnaki and ancient aliens and trying to associate Sumeria and gods with aliens, because they're marketing the alien thing to religious people, because they used to be on opposite sides of the spectrum. If you believed in aliens, you usually didn't believe in the Abrahamic traditions. They used to be opposed. So now you can see this agenda to syncretize the two, to make fallen angels and Nephilim and Anunnaki synonymous with aliens, which goes into largely overall. I feel like this is a disinformation campaign. I honestly do, and people are so unfamiliar with the deliberate disinformation movement within this alien topic that it's confirmed disinformation movements and campaigns that went on with figures like Hal Puthoff and others. That guy before David Grush, there was Luis Elizondo with the ATIP and OSAP program. Nothing ever came of that. And if you notice, unidentified flying object is not the same word as alien spacecraft. When you hear unidentified flying object, you associate extraterrestrials and aliens with that word. When you hear anomalous aerial phenomena, you associate aliens with that. But look how much ambiguity is in those terms. Anomalous aerial phenomena. That's very ambiguous. And it actually gets you further away from identifying it as an alien spacecraft. And I think people need to pay attention to that. But I do think there are craft around, but I feel like it's fully within human engineering, right? What we are seeing when people do see some sort of craft, it is a human production. And I think one of the hidden clues is when you do get these lists of alien species, they always do include the quote unquote Nordic species. And I feel like that's a tell, right? They're preparing your mind to see that whenever there is some sort of revealing, when a humanoid looking person comes out, you're going to expect to see that because you've already associated a humanoid with these types of beings. And it's no coincidence that the humanoid chosen is the Nordic type. So we know what phenotypes are going to step out of there. And I'm going to land my plane with this. Before we jump to aliens constructing these crafts, is there a documented paper trail of anyone else creating these crafts? Yes, there is. Humans, specifically the Nazis with the digloke. So before you make me imagine aliens coming out of these crafts and building these crafts, why don't we analyze the documented paper trail of who has been confirmed to create levitating vehicles? And it is the Nazis with their invention called the digloke or Nazi bell. So
would you say that?
So that's my perspective on it.
Makes sense to me.
USOs as well got energy?
I'm sorry, what was that?
USOs.
Yeah, all the same things. Unidentified, all of these crafts with that type of anti-gravity propulsion, same thing, whether they're flying through the air or flying through the water, it is within human technology. And if you notice, the US and the Russians absorbed that Nazi scientific community. And what were the Nazi scientists working on? Propulsion. Craft propulsion, that was their specialty. That's why NASA was created by Wernher von Braun. So we absorbed the exact community that was working on this type of engineering technology, which was propulsion.
So real quick,
there's a problem.
Are you saying,
go ahead,
like alien could be alien, El, the god, or Baal, Ali, alien? Is that a connection?
Nope.
I'm not saying
No, there's no connection to that. That's folk etymology. There is no connection between El, the Elohim, and alien. No, that's folk etymology. That's pseudo.
Well, can I get in here for a second? Just a second.
Ahead.
So when we talk about it being new, Zachariah Sitchin back in 1976 was connecting Sumerian gods with aliens. So it's not new. Sumerian gods have been connected with
That's the time frame I'm considering new. No problem.
Well, 50 years ago isn't new to everybody. And there are believers who have for a long time said that when you look at Ezekiel, that those are alien ships, people who are Christian. They didn't consult the New Age community for that. When you talk about the wheel within a wheel, there are people who believe in the Bible who are Jewish, Christian, Mormons. Since the beginning of their belief system, they said those are aliens. So it's not something new. And then talking about the German research, it's Die Glocke, the bell. They consulted Tibetan ancient religious documents before they created that technology. They actually went to metaphysical. They searched ancient religion writings in Tibet, all around the world. So they started religiously. So to tie it all back together, yes, they did work on the bell, which is Die Glocke, and it was religiously based first. It wasn't disconnected from religion. It wasn't disconnected from a belief in something supernatural. So it's always been based in supernatural belief. It's always been based in supernatural beliefs. It hasn't been based ever in scientific belief. But what we're doing now is we're finding out more about it as individuals, and then the government, as they always do, try to, even if it's a religious power, back with the Catholic Church, back in before the Reformation, they step in and they try to take a hold of it and get in front of it before we find out the truth. And now that's why they're saying, hey, yeah, it's real. Because for decades, they were telling us that we're crazy. So to bring it full circle and just bring the facts on the table, you presented some information that's a little misleading, God Energy. People have always believed that it's religiously based. People have always believed that it's based in gods. And like I said, Sitchin, 50 years ago, it's not new. You say it's new, it's not new. And before Sitchin, I have to bring it full circle. From before 50 years, the writings of Ezekiel, a wheel within a wheel, has been interpreted as an alien ship. That's what people always believed. And then finally, you brought in the bell, which is called Die Glocke in German. And they were they were looking at religious text, not scientific. So that's the explanation there.
Let's go back a little further to the Dogon.
Nah. Hold on, because I got it back. I got it back up and running. Can you talk to us about the unidentified flying object that the government came across a week ago? Some of us missed it. Can you explain that? What happened? Let's see if we got it. Y'all missed this. This was last week.
The government didn't capture or encounter a new UFO last week. Instead, the Pentagon released its third major batch of declassified UFO UAP files on June 12, 2026, under the Pursue Transparency Initiative.
What was the shining light object that was in the daytime right above the sun that y'all was talking about, the UFO? Damn, man. What was that? I forgot what that shit was. Unidentified flying object.
A shining light object right above the sun refers to an official file from the Pentagon's recent UAP UFO release. According to the unsealed government documents, eyewitnesses and investigators tracked a mysterious, highly luminous object. When the Pentagon analyzed the sighting, They issued an explanation with low confidence, stating that the phenomenon might actually have been sunlight backscattering. Specifically, the report notes that low light from a rising or setting sun likely hit snow on a nearby mountain peak, Cheyenne Mountain, reflecting the intense light upward and illuminating the underside of low-altitude clouds.
Woo!
This created the optical illusion of a brilliant, shimmering stationary craft hovering right above the sun before vanishing.
Damn, that's deep right there. Did y'all hear that? The sunlight was flashing the reflection of the goddamn snow on the other side of the sun. Did y'all hear that right there?
No, on the mountain. It hit the mountain.
Yeah, but he talked about on the snow though. It was the mountain, snow on the mountain.
Right.
And it hit that.
Yep.
Hold on for a minute. Let me show y'all something, man. Hold on.
I heard this but
hold on. Listen. Let me go to this, man.
Okay.
Here's what your body goes through.
Oh man, not that.
When you start taking nature's GL.
All right, here we go.
Good morning and welcome to the hearing regarding UAP disclosures. For too long, the issue of unidentified anomalous phenomena, commonly known as UAPs, has been shrouded in secrecy, stigma, and in some cases, outright dismissal. Today, I want to state clearly that this is not science fiction or creating speculation. This is about national security, government accountability, and the American people's right to the truth. I've spoken now to a number of whistleblowers from the military to include the infamous Eglin Air Force Base incident that occurred when myself and former Representative Matt Gaetz, as well as Representative Burchett, followed up on a lead from multiple active duty Air Force pilot whistleblowers that alleged that the United States Air Force was covering up UAP activity at Eglin Air Force Base. We have heard from a number of whistleblowers, specifically military pilots, that the reason for not coming forward publicly is out of fear that speaking out would cost them their flight status and potentially their careers. This is unacceptable. We cannot protect our airspaces if our best trained observers are silenced. We cannot advance science if we refuse to ask questions. And we cannot maintain trust in government if we keep the American people in the dark. Now, Congress has tried to fix this problem. Congress tried to create formal channels through the All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office, also known as AARO, and the Intelligence Community Inspector General for service members and officials to make disclosures. But the reality, the reports come in are often to brush aside, slow-walked, or met with skepticism rather than serious investigation. Recently, the former AARO director, known as Sean Kilpatrick, attacked our witnesses and members on this committee. It should be noted that he's a documented liar and brings into question what his purpose at AARO really was if it was not to follow up on investigations and disclose his findings to members of Congress. A former Deputy Assistant Secretary of Defense for Intelligence, Chris Mellon, described a report published by AARO that found no evidence that any USG investigation, academic-sponsored research, or official review panel has confirmed any sighting of UAP-represented extraterrestrial technology. As the most error-ridden and unsatisfactory government report I can recall reading during after decades of government service. Mellon further noted that this was a first error report submitted to Congress without the Director of National Intelligence's sign-off and seemingly excluded input from any scholars or experts who have studied or written extensively about this topic, as would normally be in any other case in this field. Mellon determined
we got no guidance down on how to handle these events. I personally witnessed one of these events and investigated others as they occurred. 6 other service members have provided me with the information that I will share with you today. The incursions began on October 14th, 2003, when Boeing contractors reported a massive glowing red square silently hovering over 2 missile defense sites. After several minutes, it drifted further east onto the base and vanished over the hills. This event, now known as the Vandenberg Red Square, was referenced by Representative Luna at the first hearing on this topic. Official Air Force records of this event are in possession by AARO and the FBI.
Here's the name of it. If y'all want to go see it, it's long. I didn't know it was that long. This joint is 2 hours and 33 minutes and 10 seconds. The name of this video is called, right here, Household Hearings of UFO. Household Hearings of UFO. Go check that out. They whistleblowing. The whistleblowers is coming in. They trying to hide it. That's what the woman said earlier. They're trying to cover up the information from the people and from the public. Go ahead, Ashe.
Let me know when I can speak.
It was crazy. Put me on the big screen for like 2 seconds. It was crazy when my brother God Energy was just speaking about the whole Nordic thing. And even the way that they try to depict the extraterrestrials and what they kind of warmed me up for. This was, and side note, Madame Blavatsky and them came around like in the 1800s. So anything that's all new Eurocentric occultism. That's all new, and that's even going back to the 1800s. But let me put this real quick.
Facts.
This Credo Mutwa right here, the same guy who Brother Alim Bey was just showing. Do you really like some of this stuff? Kind of, you gotta like look at it, man. Look at it. And matter of fact, man, can you hand my controller? Because because there's something on this image, matter of fact, that even really threw me a loop. And it's right here, matter of fact. This is on the image. On the image, Credo Mutwa is holding. This is on it. Come on, bro. This is planted talking points to introduce us into the like the brother was saying, bro. This new age westernized occultism ideology got brothers talking about diamond bodies and rainbow bodies and light body. Come on, that's all crap, man. That's not our stuff. That's completely Eurocentric.
Nordic, like brother God Energy said, the Nordic people from Nordic.
Let me say this.
And it was Madame Blavatsky who was talking about the Aryan race, Hyperborean race before that, placing you in all of these icy climates, and this was her idea on the genesis of humanity. And all we doing is adopting it, flipping it. You know what I mean? And come on, bro, that's terrible. We got to understand. Hey, Sa, I got a whole presentation for this. Can I do it this week?
Hell yeah.
I'm going to have to do one too.
I'm going to call you when we done.
I got to get ready to roll. Nepal, you want to keep it going or you want to close this out with me? Yeah, all right, so we'll close it out. Nepal not here. I got to close this thing out, y'all. I got to get ready to do something.
No, she here.
Nepal, you want to keep it
here.
going?
I was talking. I was muted. If everybody, I'll keep it going for another hour for everybody who wants to talk about it.
All right, keep it going.
Yes, please, because I have thank you, sister. Because there's definitely something that I want to add. That if this is, as some of our brothers are saying, strictly Eurocentric stuff, us Black people are in deep trouble. Then we are in deep trouble and may as well hang it up, because there are objects engineering that is being reported that can defy physics. There are objects that can accelerate from ground level to the upper atmosphere in a second. We may as well hang it up if we're just going to label this white boy stuff.
I get it.
You know, when the white boy first came to Africa with these alleged sticks that went boom, there were probably Africans there saying, nah, not no such thing, man. Nah, the spirit's almighty. We constantly fall behind when we label something white boy stuff. But we have to understand that this topic is being taken serious now.
Dizali, it's always been taken serious since the Dogon. Why does everybody go to the Dogon, and that's your people directly who said people or beings came? Why you don't even speak on them?
Because they couldn't take it anywhere else.
That stuff made it up.
Actually, yeah.
Hey, Dizali, guess who we got on our side?
Who that?
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Right.
No, he's slowly coming over. Neil just came over. Neil before now was ridiculing it, saying, this is nonsense.
We got Neil, man. We okay.
That's right.
Neil slowly coming over. And I think that we really need to pay attention to it and not just label it as white boy stuff.
Okay, I'm going to label it because they got the means to spread the propaganda.
Dizali,
they have means to spread propaganda.
Right. But what were you saying, Dizali?
I was saying that.
What were you saying about the Dogon? You never finished.
No, I was just saying, yeah, you made a pretty good point, but just like Ashay said, they couldn't really do anything really. They hadn't made it far enough in their science to where we could really do anything with it. Yeah, cool story, but we can't really do anything with it until we actually made some scientific advances. You know, so
and let's not forget who came back with those reports on the Dogon. I forgot those French people's name, but they came back and they made a lot of that stuff up about the Dogon people that the Dogon people ain't need to say.
Make it a fact.
My question,
but God Energy wanted to respond to Nepal's point.
So
I think that's only fair that he could do that.
Hold on. Real quick, Ashay.
I did.
Oh yeah, he can respond definitely. Ashay, though, I want to ask you. So we believe the white men that came back and said that they have the information, but we don't believe the white men that are telling us about the aliens. I'm confused.
I don't believe the white man that's going to Africa bringing images with Jewish regalia on it, images of people with blonde hair and blue eyes, giving it to Credo Mutwa, saying, say this. I'm not with that. I'm not with David Icke doing that. I'm not with Billy Carson getting on TV and other podcasts that gets thousands of views promoting the Emerald Tablets of Thoth as if it's a document that we can actually go out there and find like there's Emerald J tablets around. I'm not with that. I will never get with that.
Well, that's real. You're conflating the. I'm not talking about Emerald tablets. So you said I think they were French. The people who came back and said yes, we interacted with the Dogon people.
Oh, you're talking about that in specific. My bad.
Yeah. So we believe them. We believe that they interacted with them and they got that information, but we don't believe. You know what I'm saying? Like, who are we going to believe?
Right. And that's not just those people. It's documented by Ogo Matali, the Dogon Hogan. It's all kind of people. It's not the white boy. The white boy just recorded it for 20 years, and he only made it to the first level of Dogon teaching, the clear word. There's 25 levels. They told him about different star systems and all this. So we don't want to just, what they call that, sensationalize it and just say the white boy and end it for the people to think it was white boy. No, that was our people with a lot of science and knowledge behind it. You got to study the Dogon. You got to really read the book.
Then let me ask Nepal this real quick, and for you as well, Rakufu.
Okay.
How much of ancient African secrets do you really think that they was telling them white folks, and how much of that stuff do you think that they was telling them folks just to give them something to talk about and leave their ass alone?
Well, I would agree with you on one thing.
I think they gave them. Go ahead, Rakufu. No, you go. You go.
Okay, all I was going to say, if they only got to the first level after 20 years of studying with them, what do you think when there's higher levels that they
sound like they ain't give them nothing?
Right. And what
That's
they
what it
did
sound
give
like
them,
to me.
and what they did give them, that low level information, and when they figured out that this Sirius C star was real and all the MAI and different stars and stuff that they hadn't found yet, they saying, damn, what if we would have got to them other so that's where I think we at with it. I think we've been on Earth so long, even if we go back to 300,000 years ago with the Morocco findings of Homo sapiens in Africa, how much information do you think is packed in some of the tribal teachers that don't, or what they call them, the griots, that don't bring it to the public? It's a lot of secrets and CIA stuff going on, man.
Yeah, and I'll answer you about your question. You asked how much would the African people of the secrets give? I'm going to give you a source. You're not getting skipped. I'm going to go to you right after I answer him, God Energy. Okay, thanks for waiting. So if anyone heard Genesis on here teaching, she brought out information on Ron Eglash, and he's a computer engineer, okay, cyberneticist. He researched the indigenous African societies. Basically, he was studying studying aerial photographs of traditional African villages in 1988. He went down, basically interacted with these shamans, basically, or whatever they're called, the babalaos. They were like, we're not giving you this information. But there was one person in the group who did give him the information, and he had to go through an initiation ritual. So he gained knowledge on how they fractal
the fractal geometry that was dumbfounding to him. He couldn't believe that these savages, basically, he didn't say this, but he couldn't
Right.
believe that they had such advanced experience. So I could see them giving them the information in the Dogon case. So that's just, I wanted to answer you with that. All right. So Ashe, you can respond to that after we bring in God Energy. I know he's been waiting. Go ahead, God Energy.
Yeah, peace, y'all. Yeah, I think there is a something to look at here when you talk about the Nazi creation of the Die Glocke, this Nordic thing, and then also take Operation High Jump, right? Some people hold that as credible. The report from Admiral Byrd, he was a World War II pilot, and he talked about how, and this information came out from the Russian military. So the Russian military put out a report about Operation High Jump, as well as Admiral Byrd's diary published by his son. And on Operation High Jump, the Americans chased the Nazis to Antarctica, because we know the Nazis was up there trying to find a whale route to source blubber and oil. So they chased the Nazis, and from the Russian report and Admiral Byrd's diary, UFOs fought off the Allied forces on behalf of the Nazis. So the Allied forces went to Antarctica expecting to fight Nazis and ran into UFOs. From Admiral Byrd's report, there were Nazi symbols on the UFO he encountered. Right? So from these eyewitness supposed firsthand accounts, the Nazis are associated with the UFO lore. Nazis are a part of the UFO lore. And now with that, do you think it's surprising that one of the alien races happened to be these Nordic Aryans, the exact identity that the Nazis propose? No, these things are not coincidence. Right? So these UFOs were fighting on behalf of the Nazis during Operation High Jump. Why? Because those craft were manned by Nazis. And I think we have to, take account of that.
And let's not, and the piggyback on that, let's also not forget where the Helena Blavatsky moved the Theosophical Society to India. And where did she say she got all of that information from?
Let me ask you,
Tibetan monks, Kut Umi, and what was El Moria? So they're studying, like, this is a connection. It's a co-connection between the Nazis, Madame Blavatsky, this whole esoteric alien spacecraft talk, and then even and this is why I'm going to do the presentation this week, because we get a hold of it and we take it way more serious and literal, because that's since that word is around, literal, than it was actually even being given. So we actually looking into space, and Dr. York coming up with the bird race and the lizard race and all of these things, and we buying that stuff, bro. Like, people be really buying that, getting off into that. Right. And I can't approve of that.
Ashe, can I land my plane with this real quick? Can I just say this last thing? Let me just say this last thing, and I'm gonna get back to work.
Let me let him go. Let God Energy speak.
Go ahead, God.
And with these influences, there was a science fiction novel written in the late 1800s called The Coming Race, written by an Englishman that the Nazis drew their inspiration from for their Aryan coming race ideology, which was another play on Agartha, or their mythical land of Thule. So when they were coming up with this ideology of their advanced Aryan race coming from the inner earth with all of this advancement, we can source the material they were drawing from, like the science fiction novel The Coming Race. So when you analyze this alien agenda and lore, we can start identifying the source material. And it just so happens to come from occult, esoteric European circles. We don't have to super racialize it, but it just so happens that the modern iteration of this movement came from these European esoteric occult circles. And identifying these things is important if we're trying to get to the bottom of this. All right, I yield.
Okay, well, you're bringing up. Well, real quick, Rakufu, I do want to talk about, since we're talking about the Nazis, the thing is, the topic is if these things are authentic. If you read any of Blavatsky's work, yes. If you study even on the surface about the theosophy of the Vril Society, and Orsic and all this information, it's not that we don't want to throw the baby out with the bathwater. We're not saying that there isn't an agenda for them to put themselves up over as a superior race. I'm not fighting against that. My stance is that this is authentic when we're talking about this phenomena, and it's no longer it's becoming how do you say, all of these anecdotal accounts are weighing down on the government that already has used this information, this technology that they've built. They are like, okay, they're finding out more about it. When you look at the Vril Society, right, and the Nazis, they're on the other side of the coin from what we're talking about. Don't forget Kemetic information, the African. We talk about the Dogon when they're connected to Sirius. We can't throw that out. It's like two sides of a coin, but that coin is an authentic coin. We just want to see who's going to be flipped on what side. Are we going to just let them say, hey, there's these Pelagians, they're tall, blonde people, or are we going to listen to other people who say there are dark, 9 foot, 10 foot, that would be me, people that have encountered people in the world? Are we going to look at, when we look at the Neteru, and when we hear about the Sumerian gods, where they said these gods were from other planets like Nibiru? Do you get what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that there isn't an agenda to make us think, oh, these are just Nordic people. They're Norse. They're not anything like us. Or are we going to examine all the information, right? So that's all I wanted to say. I'm not discounting what you're saying.
Well, hold on.
When does the talk?
Yeah, I was supposed to speak
real
after
quick.
her.
I know Rakufu. I know you want to speak. You're coming. I want God Energy, especially, or Ashe, one of the two. God Energy said years ago. I want you to respond to what I'm saying right there about the authenticity of these particular this phenomena, leaving out the agenda.
You want to go first, God Energy? I know you're tight on time.
Yeah, I'll respond real quick. And the ancient Egyptian gods, the Neteru and the Anunnaki being equated to these aliens is just as syncretic and false as equating Ezekiel's wheel to the aliens. I don't care if you can find a way to syncretize something African into it. Credo Mutwa, the Dogon, the Neteru, all of that would be this syncretism to bring the two worlds together. And I don't accept any of it, especially when I have this documented paper trail of the human aspect, origins, inspiration, and creation of these things. So that's my perspective on that.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you, God Energy. Listen, I see you, Brother Law. Ashe, you go, Rakufu, and then Brother Law, and then we're gonna bring in the new brother. Go ahead,
Ashe. I wanted to ask you. Just ask the question. You can go ahead and take my turn. I just want to say, Ashe, you said Madame Blavatsky, but the base out here in California, the base of the Theological Society is not her. She's a pawn in the game. The base is Master Manly P. Hall. He's the father of it. But go ahead.
You said what? Of the what?
Of the Theosophical Society, what you said earlier.
The Theosophical Society was founded by Madame P. Blavatsky, lead beater, and I forgot the woman's name. I forget the woman's name right now. She's with lead beater.
Oh, you're talking about Annie Besant.
Annie Besant, absolutely, yes. And these were the ones who found the world teacher, J. Krishnamurti, propagated all of that. Like, I've been doing my studies on this, bro. It's not Melly P. Hall. It's Madame P. Blavatsky. She's the quote unquote HBIC of this whole Eurocentric esoteric occultism that we see. She's definitely at the top of that. She's at the tippity top of that. We ain't gonna take that away.
I would agree with you, but I would say every time I go to that place, it's the Theological Center. They give Madame P. Hall the credit.
Somebody mic open, man.
They got a bust of her in painted bronze inside of the library. but they give him the credit. So he's even accredited in some of these colleges in LA where you can go study.
God energy.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I mean, I don't even think theosophy would make it to any
Brother
colleges
Law
personally.
wanted to say something.
No, I didn't even get to
Let's let
respond.
Brother Law speak, and then I'm gonna let
I didn't get to respond.
Oh, I thought you were, brother.
No, remember, I
respond,
didn't
and
get
then
to
we're gonna
respond to
get
you.
to Brother Law. Yeah, please
Rakufa
respond.
wanted to slide in real quick.
Go ahead.
I was going to propose a question. When is the earliest talk of the black tar extraterrestrials even come into play? And on top of that, I don't see the realism of these phenomena, because if it's not Elijah Muhammad talking about the master will, then it's Dr. York with Nibiru, or it's Yahweh being Yahweh pulling forth the shams. They show no improve. We've seen none of these things. Propagated, yes. Talked about a lot, yes. But shown improve, no.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Brother Law. You wanted to say something. Then we're gonna let the new person come in. Brother Law, what would you like to say?
What I basically wanted to say is this. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Yes.
What I wanted to say is this. I'm hearing all of you guys speak in regards for the Nazis this and Nazis that, and aircrafts this and aircrafts that. Now, the United States, we supposedly went to Mars one time. We've never been back to space since then. We have
what?
We're in space now, Brother Lai.
No, hold on.
Okay.
We have submarines that can't get to the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah, we do. They can. The Mariana Trench. That's the deepest
Nobody ever
part
seen
of
the bottom of the ocean.
No one's
That's
never seen the
Mariana
bottom of the ocean.
Trench.
Yet we still have
Let
yet
him finish, please, Elder.
Okay.
We still have yet to see the other side of the ice wall that's in Antarctica. There's some places in Antarctica that we haven't even been to yet. No country's been to yet. What I'm saying to you is this. Beyond all of this, there's a lot of variables that we have not seen yet here on this planet, whether they're going into so-called space, the bottom of the ocean. These are questions that nobody seems to ask.
I just answered them. Did you know how deep the Mariana Trench is?
No one's ever been to the bottom of the ocean, son.
They have.
They have not, son. They have not.
They have not, Suntan.
I think the ocean floor only been mapped about 60 to 70%. There's like 40% of the ocean floor where we have never been.
Brother Rakufu, pull up the Mariana Trench.
We have knowledge of the Mariana Trench, but the point is that there's places in the ocean that we have not even
seen the descent to the Mariana Trench. I have seen the descent.
Suntan, if that was the case, there are species under the sea that visually their eyes can't.
They found them, Brother Lai. They found them under there. They got fish that they don't even know how. It's pitch black down there, but it's got life down at the bottom of the sea, Brother Lai.
Suntan, can I take your turn to read for it?
Yes, go ahead.
It said the Mariana Trench reaches about 35,876 feet deep, approximately 6.8 miles or 10.9 kilometers below sea level. Yes, its lowest section, called Challenger Deep, is the deepest known point in Earth's oceans. The entire trench is not equally deep. Challenger's Deep is the record-holding spot near the southern end of the trench southwest of Guam. Go ahead, y'all.
I told you.
That's not the bottom of the ocean, brother.
They found some strange life down there.
That's not the bottom of the ocean, but it's okay. You know what I mean? Like, we learning something every day. You know, we ain't gonna take no credibility or nothing, but nobody has seen the bottom of the ocean. Like, that's a fact on the earth.
I just asked it for you, Ashe. Is that it says yes. I said, is that the bottom of the ocean? It says yes. Challenger Deep is part of the ocean floor, the physical bottom of the ocean. It is the deepest known point on the ocean floor,
about 6.8 miles down. It is not a hole with more ocean beneath it. Below the seafloor is rock and Earth's crust. But go ahead, y'all.
I just told them, man. They don't want to believe me.
The deepest
So
known.
The descent.
So what are what you tell Rakufu? Are you getting on the boat with Suntan and saying that we have explored the deepest part of the ocean? That's what
in my own personal feelings, it's hard to say, Ashe. I'm not gonna say yes or no to it. I'm gonna say what the questions asked, your question as well as his. It did come back because you said it is not the bottom of the ocean. I asked, is that the bottom of the ocean? It simply says yes. So how do you answer it something different? I'll answer. I'm willing. Tell me what you want me to say.
The question that I just asked you. The very question I just asked.
Can we let this brother? Let's let this brother who's been waiting, my friends, and then we're gonna wrap it up. This one brother came in, and then we can continue that this hilarious ocean conversation. Go ahead, brother.
It is hilarious. It really is.
Not really.
Go ahead, brother. What do you want to say?
Yeah, well, I understand when people say, oh, there's not physical evidence of extraterrestrials. There's no, but I mean, when you use critical thinking, I mean, there's so many civilizations that was on the other side of the world that were talking about basically the same thing. People coming down, giving us knowledge. There was a war in the heavens. They created us. I mean, to me, it's just common knowledge because I'm not going to lie. I grew up Christian, and actually watching sa.neter's channel made me question my religion. So, you know, and that's the funny part. So I started digging deeper in that. I started digging into politics, government, and you know, when you bring in science, history, religion, and then you bring in ufology, the picture starts to come a lot clearer. Like they talk about the Nordics and the Palladians. Why else do you think Hitler thought that the master race was blonde hair and blue eyed? Because he met these beings. The bell that they created, the government's the US government has said that the only reason why the bell didn't work is because when they tried to put weapons on it, it messed up the trajectory of how it flew. I mean, all of these stuff, if you listen to a bunch of whistleblowers, they literally have like Congress meetings for the last 2 years that nobody's talking about. And they're talking about multi-dimensional beings. They're talking about interdimensional beings. They're talking about all of this stuff. It's not because they're trying to, I'm going to bring the religious people over here. I think that's where it's always been. It's always been extraterrestrial races, different multi-extraterrestrial races, different colors, Nordic. There's the tall blacks, there's the reptilians, there's the grays, there's like 4 different types of grays. I mean, you have to understand that the reason why we're so diverse on this earth is because of the diversity that comes from up there, as above, so below. Like every single, like that's why you say they have reptilian beings. They say they have beings that look like elephants. They have beings that look like dogs, beings that look like cats, the Lyrans, the Syrians, all of this stuff. And all of this stuff can be found in our history. They're talking about this stuff. They're talking about the war of the gods. That didn't just come out of nowhere. So I understand when people try to say, oh, well, it's humans. And I will give you that. Most of the UFOs that we see are probably made and manned by humans. But if you say that there's 99.9% of all stories of extraterrestrial beings, UFO sightings, if 99.9% of those are not real, that still leaves about 10,000 different occurrences that you have to say, okay, what was happening? And like I said, you could go like the Sumerians. When you look at the Sumerian tablets and you look at the reason why they created human beings, they literally said they created us so they can mine gold to protect their atmosphere. Now, what does gold protect from? It protects from solar radiation. That means back then they had the science to know that.
Can I ask a genuine question, brother?
Damn!
And this ain't no gotcha moment. This is I was
Nah,
asking
go
about
ahead.
the
You
same
good.
question
You good.
too.
Yeah, nah, go ahead. You good.
When you're looking at the Ashtra Hasis, which will be before the Numa leash, when we're dealing with Tiamat, Apsu, and all of those the water deities, right, within the water.
Right.
Considering that it's primarily taking place in the water, when you see like Enlil and Marduk in the sky, quote unquote, the sky, in the sky, lords of the sky and stuff like that, do you believe that they're on ships in like space, or are they maybe on ships in the water? This is a true question.
Well, I think it's both. I think a lot of these ships can go through water and through the air. It's just they could do both things. You have to understand these beings are millions of years ahead of us. They created us. This is why we look like them. See, a lot of people are looking at these aliens like, oh my God, it's a big alligator or it's a gray. Most of the aliens that made us look like us. This is why they say in the Bible, God created us in his image, their image, matter of fact. So yes, I do believe they came from space. Matter of fact, that's one of the reasons why I think angels have wings, because they couldn't explain how beings can fly. But the only thing that they could basically interpret as flying is birds. So it's not that these beings had wings, they were just capable of flight.
You believe that, bro?
Where you at with the Galactic Federation? You with the Galactic Federation and all of that?
I do believe in the Galactic Federation too, yes.
So within the Galactic Federation, you got the what's the European looking ones, man, with the blonde hair?
That's Palladians, but there's like,
so what do you think about that in relation to the small hat?
The small hats. Well, you have to understand that just like there's good humans and bad humans, there's good extraterrestrials and bad extraterrestrials.
Yes.
Some of them are not for us. Some of them are for us. So yes, I do believe in the Nordics and the Palladians and all of that. Yes. That is a type of extraterrestrial beings. They're taller humans, just like we have taller humans from the Sirius star system that are jet black.
Really?
We have AG. There are literally white generals who were whistleblowers who saying yes. One of the main races that are actually assisting is a black Asiatic beings.
Yeah,
Norman R. Bergram, an aerospace engineer.
Quite interesting.
Excuse me?
Learn something every day.
Norman R. Bergram, an aerospace engineer.
To think about.
Go ahead, Rob Kufa, you got to speak up a little.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Speak up a little.
Oh, okay. I am. I got my mic turned all the way up.
Go ahead. Say what you're saying.
Said, the person you are probably referring to was Norman R. Bergren, an aerospace engineer who formerly worked at the NACA, NASA, NASA Ames Research Center, and later on Missile and Satellite Project. In a 2012 interview with Kerry Cassidy, Bergam claimed that he had seen an image showing alien black people getting off, described as very dark or black and approximately 7 feet tall.
Yeah. Let's let thank you.
Yeah,
for,
that's what. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
On Ashe, I know you. Oh, I think Ashe is he still? Yeah. Let me let Meter get in.
Yeah,
Meter,
I'm still here. Meter can go though if that.
And then I'm gonna go start back with you, Ashe, and go around and we're gonna close out. I'm glad God Energy is still here. You can close out with the final word, dissolving. Go ahead, Meter. What do you want to add? And then this was great. I'm sorry, Alim Bey couldn't do his presentation, but I really like the information.
And I just want to say I love that the black community is finally talking about this.
Yes.
Because it's been so taboo, it's been so whitewashed, like we have nothing to do with it. We have everything to do with it. Like I heard somebody say, oh yeah, no, the white race is mostly abducted because they have weaker genetics than us and they're able to manipulate them more. See, this is why you don't hear that many black people getting it, because in order to manipulate the genes, you have to hit it with UV rays, but we have cellular melanin. So when you hit our cells with UV rays, we just absorb it. But you can change the genetics when you hit people who have less melanin or no cellular melanin, which comes in mostly the lighter tone human beings. But go on.
All right. Thank you very much, friend. And let's get to Meter. Meter, what would you like to say? And then we're going to let everybody close out.
Yeah, I was told.
Meter, turn on your camera.
I was
good?
told that it was a difference between a person with melanin and a person that have neuromelanin. Hold on.
Okay.
Before
Go ahead.
Nepal, before I jump off,
Yes, Brother Law.
I just wanted to ask the brother respectfully, where you get that T-shirt from, man?
Man, this is I be having that shirt when I get off work, man, and I
No,
throw it
I'm not
on.
talking about you.
Show it to
I'm
us.
not talking about him, Nepal.
Oh,
I'm
who are you
talking about the
talking
other
about?
brother that was just speaking with the
Okay.
Barazon of Staten Island.
Oh, come on, man. You know, NY stand up. Come on, you know, the Knicks is we in the building, man. Yeah, you already know. Staten Island, born in St. Vincent Hospital. You already know what it is.
All right.
Castaneda.
Real quick. Before we get to Meter, you're talking about New York. We got to show it. We got to show this. Don't miss this, okay? Anybody talking about they're in New York, and even if you're not in New York, you better get your ticket for this. Dr. Reggie up against Professor Jabari, July the 11th. Get your tickets. The tickets will be going up after Saturday. And that's about it. I just wanted to say that. I couldn't leave it out. All right. Thank you, brother. Let's get to Meter, and then we're going to head back up to Ashe, and everybody can do their closeout. Meter, what's going on? What would you like to add?
Yeah, it was like he was saying a darker being, which we understood as neuromelanin. Neuromelanin and melanin are two different things. Because everybody have melanin,
right?
But everybody don't have neuromelanin. You know what I mean? And I just want to.
Okay.
Everybody has melanin.
I'm just gonna ask you quickly, and you answer, then we can let you say your final. Do you think that these things are real, or are they something that the government has contrived and they got together and put it together and they're trying to trick us?
Yeah, because we can't be the only people in the whole galaxy, the universe. You know, I don't believe that we are the only people. You know, I believe there's different species of life forms, you know, even if it's a single cell life form, you know what I mean?
Yes.
I think it's just, you know, different forms, you know. And shoot, if I was the alien or however you may want to call them, I wouldn't want to come here either. You see how we treat each other?
Uh-oh. That's right. That's a good one. Thank you so much for that. Let's drop the mic on that one. Look how we treat each other. Ashe, go ahead. Let's go around. You want to go now, or you want to wait when everybody finishes up?
No, I'll close. I gotta close out real quick.
Go ahead.
Just quick response to the brother who just spoke. I think that a lot of even within that talk that we get is still inspired by that wave of that Eurocentric esotericism, heavily influenced by the Theosophical Society, because let's not forget, they were some of the first ones going to India. And at that time, the Sanskrit was just now getting introduced and translated into the European languages. They were some of the first ones to get it. So I'm gonna flip my camera again and show you another image. This is Lord Sanat Kumara, of course, right? And if you was to ask me, I would say that this is the physical representation that inspired the whole look behind the whole Pleiadian thought that they came up with, still coming from a literal source, which would be India, but then gets restylized and fed to us as an extraterrestrial race, now then connected to, because I just showed you the same, and it's the same blue-eyed, blonde-haired being that I just showed you. Credo Mutwa had the image of in his hand as well with the six-pointed star. That's why I asked you about the association with the small hat, right? Like, it's an agenda going on, man. I'm doing a presentation on it, brother. I would love for you to be there this week.
Can I reply to that?
Yeah, real quick, brother, because are you going to be, he's doing a presentation, so make sure you have your notification bell on and join. But go ahead, reply, and then I'm going to really get her back to God Energy, and then Dizali, Brother La, Rakufu. Go ahead, brother.
But what I'm trying to say is that they wasn't pushing this on us. You have to remember, this was taboo, what, 20 years ago? 30 years ago? They was hiding this from us. They didn't want us to know this. Now it's starting to come out. It's not a certain agenda. What I think that's happening is coming disclosure. They're giving little pieces out. So because if they really tell us everything that we know, the world wouldn't be able to handle it. I'm sorry. When COVID came, we was taking paper towels and toilet paper instead of food.
That was wild. How
we're not ready to understand. We're not ready to understand all these things. So it's not that they're trying to push this on us. They've been trying to keep it from us, but because of the internet, because of we coming together and we sharing information, now it's harder to keep it down from us. So now they have to start telling us about it. But that's all I had to say. Go ahead.
All right, make sure you tune in for Brother Ashay's build. We want you to come back. You had a good ad on this. Let's speaking of adding, let's talk to God Energy because he was the first to get the ball rolling, saying that it's hogwash. Just kidding, he didn't say that. What's up, brother? Go ahead, God Energy.
Peace, y'all. Yeah, it's definitely hogwash. It's definitely a disinformation campaign. People that are supporting it so much have no idea of the history of the disinformation campaigns surrounding this. So I just urge our people to look that up. And just because I'm claiming that there are no ancient aliens that built the pyramids and that there's a disinformation campaign, I'm not implying that we are the only beings that exist in the universe and that somewhere out there aren't extraterrestrials. I do believe that. The numbers support that. But we just have to analyze what the story and interaction and context is with these beings on this planet. So again, yes, most of this is hogwash. Yes, most of it does lead back to some human source technology, philosophy, and ideology. And there's a documented history of that. But this was a nice, fun topic. I hope we speak about this again. Peace, y'all.
Down.
All right. We got both sides in here. I like it. We don't have an echo chamber. I like it. So let's go ahead and let Dazali, I want to hear from you. I hope you do your presentation that you said you want to do as well on this. I agree with the brother who said we need to talk about this more. Dazali, are you there? Can you do a closeout?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, we definitely need to talk about this more. I would definitely want to do a presentation after the brother Ashay because I think I can answer a lot of the questions and points that he's going to make with the newest and latest information that is being gathered. Because, ladies and gentlemen, this is being taken very seriously. Even though we may not take it serious, there are people with bigger paychecks and more stripes on their shoulders who are taking it very seriously. You know, I don't think that we should try and racialize this topic. You know, I don't care if I won't call it aliens. I don't care if the beings are black, white, green, blue. And I think we can get caught up in that. You know, we have a documented history in this country and it makes us feel a certain way about white people. But I don't think that we should go the path of, let's say, some flat earthers. Do y'all know that some flat earthers are flat earthers because they don't want to let's air quote, man, the white man can't do all that. Man, the white man don't know. Man, the white man never been to the moon. Man, the white man can't do.
Dazali? Damn. I don't know what happened, but
can you hear me?
Now we hear you. You were doing a remix on the song "Man, the White Man Can't." Go ahead.
Yes. Because we get lost in our scholarships sometimes. Some people, because we're so angry with the white man, we have flat earthers because of that. We have people who don't agree with evolution because they think that the white man said, look, this topic is being taken very serious. When I do my presentation, I'm going to show people some things that they have never seen. I'm going to show people some things that if there are other nations doing this and there are humans doing this, we have big problems. We have very, very big problems. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say right now. I'm going to go ahead and do a presentation on this, just to let other people know.
Thank you, Brother Dizali. And let's go to Brother Law, close out, and then I get to Rakufu Suntan. Okay, go ahead, Brother Law. Thanks for joining.
Yes, like I stated before, I mean, we allegedly went to Mars. We seen faces on Mars, pyramids on Mars. Thereafter, we went to Mars. We ain't never been back to space since then. We ain't never seen no actual footage, no pictures, no nothing. We ain't never been to the bottom of the ocean. Name me one black person that you know that had a conversation with an alien. On that note, I
You don't want me to answer that, Brother Law. You don't want me to answer that, Brother Law.
Damn.
So I never removed some of my cool little, remember, I don't want peace, I want problems. I should remember that one. He removed it. I got to get it back. But anyway, let's go to Rakufu. Go ahead, close out, and then we get to Suntan, and I can end this. Thank you, everybody.
Okay, for Brother Law's statement, name me one black person that's ever talked to an alien. I'm going to say Barney Hill, the black American involved in the first widely publicized alien abduction case, was of black African-American descent, the black American. But I'm going to leave that one there with Barney Hill. I'm going to say this. That's just what he says. I'm not saying that happened or it didn't, but that's what was been recorded. I kind of rock with what God Energy and Ashe are saying to a degree, that it's disinformation campaigns going on, yet I don't denounce the young brother that came up here today and was talking that, and I leave my imagination open, because the greatest nation in creation is the imagination. So you don't want to be stuck in a certain like mundane earthly realm, which is like the Quran say, the earth is like a sand grain in comparison to the ocean of the cosmos. So it's a lot of stuff out there, I believe, that's still unfounded. And then to land my plane with what Ashe had asked, because he said he wanted his question answered specifically about the bottom of the ocean. So I had looked it up, and I said it exactly how he said it. We have not been to the bottom of the ocean. And he came back and said, and listen to this one good. I hope Shay's gone. Okay, but it said, you are partly right. Humans have reached the ocean floor at Challenger Deep, the deepest known point. Jacques Picard and Don Walsh first descended there in 1960. James Cameron, the one to be writing all those movies, went there in 2012, and later expeditions have made additional crew dives. But humans have not personally visited or thoroughly explored the entire ocean floor. Challenger Deep is only one tiny location, and enormous areas of the seabed remain poorly mapped or never directly observed. So to answer the question, accurate statement is we have reached the deepest known bottom of the ocean, but we have not explored all of the ocean's bottom. And I land my plane.
Elder Suntan.
Right. Okay, I want to say this to all my people listening. If you got ears, open them up, because I'm going to just go back in history. It's going to be quick, real quick. When you colonize a world, not just the people, I mean a world with the resources and all the money that you can handle, and you go to do things like jumping off mountains, jumping out of planes, making suits that can fly. Literally, I have seen these white guys jump off mountains that can literally glide, not fly, but glide, and with no engines, just their body and their aerodynamic features of these wings and fly. And I'm saying all that to say this right here. When you have control of propaganda, when you have control of the means of resources to move it, you can almost, set the minds of people who live up under your rule. So when I say that, I always go out the box, because right now, I speak in religion and I speak in all other things in philosophy, because that's what the Bible was made of philosophy, and it was made of metaphors, in my opinion only. So I would say this to our people: you know, believe what you see and what you don't see. Don't take it for granted. Just don't fall into no sort of realm because you become part of a cult because you're not the only one believing it. You know, seeing is believing it. However, even in our intelligent books like the Bible, we had a doubting Thomas. He was in the Testament of the Bible and he doubted. He wanted to see things before he believed them. So let's sort of be like, you know, the book Bible is a book of philosophy. So let's keep our philosophy open and, you know, don't be no follower. Do your own research and come up with your own, you know, your own mind. Be a free thinker. And if you want to test your free thinking, get peer reviewed by other people who study what you study. If you go around pushing an agenda that, you know, this is this and that's that, you're going to be asked to be proved. And right now, y'all, I'm going to end on this one. I think that this world, and I know that this world is Eurocentric because it's ran by the people, whether they small hats, maybe, I don't care what. If you're light skinned on this earth in 2026, and I won't say black light skin, I'm saying if you're white, you can get a pass for things that you cannot get even when you're dark, right? And I leave it at this. Another thing, I'm gonna just keep leaving at this. I'm gonna leave it to Nepal. I seen a setting of the 25 richest NBA players. Do you know all of their wives were Eurocentric or just a different color white? The only one was Nepal's complexion. Was one guy. He had a wife Nepal's complexion, and she was beautiful. And I said all that to say this: we go all out for light-skinned, white, Eurocentric things because they control the money. You give a dude $100 bill and he's smiling, happy all the way to the bank or to the store to get whatever he's gonna get. So right now, money controls this thing, and it controls everything. Money does, man. So that's why we got Trump in there. He's got all these white people just hanging out with him, and they know he's wrong, but they want to keep their money coming in. So before we get to thinking that it's not Eurocentric, you better think that it's Eurocentric. And I rest right there.
You finished? You done?
Ma'am.
Yes, sir. Did y'all know that Elon Musk is a trillionaire now?
Yeah, I do, Nepal.
Think he is
brought
alien.
that up. I just didn't bring him up.
I think he's an alien.
Wait, what did you say? What's your name at the bottom? I'm sorry.
Jamel. I said I think he an alien. He's weird.
Hey Jamal, you might be right.
He's weird.
Right.
You
So
might
when
be
you brought up
right.
money, that was like I was thinking about Elon Musk is a trillionaire.
Yeah,
All
I
right,
heard
everyone.
about that, Nepal.
We're gonna wait. Hopefully, Alim Bey can be back. He can do another one. I'm looking forward to hearing from Ashe, Dizali. Anybody who wants to come in and talk about this topic is more than welcome. Let me just.
I'd definitely be willing to come back for this. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Oh, definitely.
come back, dude.
Yeah, I like your input. I like everybody's input, but I align with what you were saying. You were saying a lot of stuff that is not an unpopular thought amongst not just Black people, a lot of people, a lot of human beings have had these experiences that they can explain. And, on the other side, people say, well, we can explain it. It's this, it was that, it was the government. Now Phoenix Lights, after all this time, what is it, 30 years, now they're telling us, oh, it was just a military operation. You know what? That's what they told my family when we saw that craft land at the end of the street in my neighborhood. They told us, this is just an aircraft that we're testing at Luke Air Force Base. So this is a great topic. We need to talk about it more. Dr. Reggie, to change the subject and get on some serious stuff, is going to go up against Professor Jabari Osaze finally. This debate has been brewing for years.
Right.
July 11th, get your ticket.
Nepal.
Yes.
I wanted to really briefly say, as we look at this flyer, I think we did a disservice to Jabari. I don't see professor. I see doctor for Reggie, and Jabari is a legal professor.
And you know what? His good friend, sa.neter, will be the one. We will put that in the suggestion box because This is who made the flyer. And if Jabari wants us to change, I hear you, Rakufu. If Jabari wants us to change it, we have no problem doing a new flyer. We have a few flyers. Here's another one.
Okay.
Here's another one. So Jabari, we know he is a hymneter. He is an expert in Kemet. He leads tours there. And we know that Dr. Reggie is an Egyptologist. He leads tours at the Natural History Museum in New York. So this is going to be a real classic. Get your debate ticket. And speaking of, since you spoke up, Rakufu, I was telling people they can thank you that sa.neter hasn't increased the ticket price, and the price won't go up until Saturday. So Rakufu, thank you from everybody. After that, though, once Rakufu gets his ticket, these prices are going to go up. I don't want them to go up, but look, this is a classic debate, and we're doing it. These brothers are going to do the research as they always do. They're taking their time. They're professionals. They are serious Kemetic professionals. Like I said, Reggie, Egyptologist. Professor Jabari, he's a professor in New York. He teaches at Hunter College. He also is a hymneter. He runs the Shrine of Ma'at. This is going to be a debate that you want to sit in and you want to listen to the information. This is going to be like a lecture where you can take notes and glean whatever information that you might want to pick up about Kemet. And it's going to be edutainment. So please get your tickets. Thank you, Suntan, for dropping the link all the time. And that's about it, everybody. Thank you so much for everybody tuning in, hitting the panel. We're doing another presentation from God Energy. So we need to have you do that.
I was trying to set something up Friday. I hit sa.neter up. I'm trying to lock down this Friday.
Oh, cool. Great. All right. Awesome. So there you have it. HOK, everybody, peace to the family. And, don't forget to look into my series that I'm doing on the B'nai Elohim. The last one I did, you guys, I was so sleepy. I was messing up. I couldn't speak straight, but it's okay. Go get a laugh at me stumbling over words. Finally, it came to bite me in my butt because I'm the first one to always try to pick at people messing up words. So that's what happens. Karma, right, y'all? But in seriousness, we need to look at everybody teaching in this forum. We need to listen. If you don't rock with it, spit out the bones. If you do, eat the meat and enjoy it. And with that said, I'm going to head out. Peace to the family. Peace, everybody.
Peace, Paul.
Yeah. That is for my sisters trapped in religion. Wake up and free the babies. sa.neter speak the truth, he's on a mission. The house of consciousness, the final call. Will you Bible thumpers wake up, all just fall? The house of consciousness, the final call. Stop believing in fairy tales, especially Paul. I use the Bible like a lantern in the night, trying to wake up my sister. The house is closing in, it's a total mess. You ignore my wisdom, the ultimate test. Step inside the HOK, it's the toughest terrain, where the truth hits hard, the cuts bring pain. I try to wake you with the word in my hand, to get you to the truth, to help you understand. I gave you the scriptures, chapters and verse. I gave you the keys to break the curse. I gave you Torah to unlock with keys. Break the mental chains and be free. The final call. Yeah. Will your Bible thumpers wake up, all just fall? The house of consciousness, the final call. Stop believing in fairy tales, especially Paul. They call you apostle like you a prophet of God, telling lies and fooling people can't be that hard. You're preaching from YouTube, looking for a handout. I'm standing on family, trying to bring the truth out. Welcome to the HOK, where the truth resides. No more hiding in the pews where the dies. We speak against the Bible just to wake the inner sight. Come inside the HOK.